I'm Ellen and I am one of the Arthur's Place, but I would say bloggers, but I'm not. I'm one of Arthur's Place YouTubers, and I don't want to say one of either because I think I'm the only one. So I am basically here to tell you a little bit about myself and how I found Arthur's Place, and just generally a little bit about me. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm just going to start at the beginning and wander through till now, basically. I was diagnosed with JIA at 18 months. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but my mum basically took me to the GP because I started walking at about 11 months. Then at about 15 months I went back to crawling again, and she took me to the GP, and for a while no one could really figure out what was wrong with me, and then at about 18 months I was diagnosed, and by this point, because there had been a bit of time between, my knees had like seized up quite badly, so there was like a lot of like kind of physio and stuff that little Ellen needed to get my knees back to working as they probably should have been, which they did. So my arthritis actually only kind of lasted up until I was about 13, 14, when I was discharged from the rheumatology clinic. I was, however, left with uveitis, which I had since I was, God, probably 10 or something, like that. They kind of found it, and I was in like steroid treatment and stuff for it. So I discharged from the rheumatology clinic, didn't kind of grow up with arthritis too much. Most of my like teenage years I was arthritis free. I did have uveitis, and I had a low frequency hearing loss, which they think is related to my arthritis. Obviously the uveitis is related to my arthritis. I think it's one of those common things that people with arthritis do get. I had uveitis in my left eye, and then throughout growing up I was sort of in and out of treatment for that, so I was like no stranger to hospital appointments. And then last summer, so August 2016, sort of like June to August 2016, I started feeling really strange, and it was mainly that my uveitis was flaring up. If you don't know, uveitis is like inflammation in like the middle layer of your eye, I think it could be at the front and the back as well, but I think mine's like the middle, and it causes like pain in the eye, and it causes like vision blurring. During the summer I had quite a bad uveitis flare up, so I lost my sight basically completely in my left eye, and to be honest, I noticed it was going, and it took me quite a long time to get myself to the hospital and just be like, what's going on with me? Didn't really want to admit that it was going on, but anyway, that's a whole other side story. So I went to the hospital for that, but I noticed in myself that I just wasn't feeling great. That was kind of just a catalyst for my body going a little bit downhill that summer. So I noticed that happened. My hair was falling out in patches all over, so alopecia areata, and my bones, my joints, mainly my wrist, left wrist and my knees were like so painful. Like, considering I was had arthritis from such a young age, because I'd lived without it for so long, it felt like this is something I'd never experienced before, and it was very new and very scary. So I, being the kind of person I am and what I do here on the internet, I made a YouTube video all about it, called my uveitis experience, and it was mainly focused on my uveitis, and that led me to find so many amazing websites and so many amazing people, and for me realise how important it is to be part of a community of people that truly understand you and truly get what's going on. And I think that was why finding Arthur's Place was so important to me, or became so important to me. There's a Facebook group, if you are brand new here, where if you're sort of, I think it's 18 to 35-ish, you could get involved and be on the Facebook group and post about any questions you have, or just talk to people about what you're feeling, and I feel this is just invaluable. I'm on the shyer side of posting on it at the moment, but I really want to get more involved with it. But it means, yeah, it just means if like you ever got a question, there's no shortage of people to turn to and seek advice from. And then Arthur's Place kind of has everything you need to know about being a young person with arthritis. Like, I think I read a festival guide that they did the other day, which I'm just like, that is exactly the kind of thing you just have no access to knowing unless there are websites like these. And I feel like I went on a total tangent, and instead of telling you about myself, I told you about how I feel about this website, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, so that's my kind of a rambly history of me and experience with arthritis so far. I know I've had arthritis since I was 18 months, but I feel really new to having it, if that makes sense. It's something that I knew I had when I was younger but didn't really affect me, so now that it's affecting me, everything is new and different, and I'm really glad I found websites like these to help me along, and I'm hoping that I could put my 2 cents in and help you guys out as well. That's everything I really want to say. I hope it hasn't been too rambly and you found it interesting and you found getting to know me interesting. I guess I will see you in my next Arthur's Place video, guys. Bye.